Math, I got you. Stop saying battle rappers can't make songs. I'm a battle rapper. I am. Eminem was a battle rapper. Cannabis was a battle. Cassidy is a battle rapper. Big Daddy Kane is a battle rapper. Snoop Dogg is a battle rapper. So many of us are battle. General Steele is a battle rapper. Sean P was a battle rapper. All of the really good MCs. Graf is a battle rapper. All of the really good MCs, like Barbarian, lyricism, like we got our weight up in the streets. Like as we learned to rap, like we didn't know we was nice until after we battled some people. And some of us did it vigorously. Now, I will say, it didn't look like how battle rap look now, right? Let me stop for a second. This video is prompted by a video I saw Math Hoffa. He was really animated talking about how he was tired of the narrative that battle rappers can't make songs. But I believe he said, he spoke to the fact that he was tired of the narrative that industry rappers can't battle. Both are false. And he named a few, he went down the line of battle rappers who make dope music. I would like to add a couple, a couple of extras in there, like himself, for instance. I know y'all don't like, not y'all, but I know a lot of y'all be hating him, but I feel like a lot of that is narrative based. Math got some songs that are fire. It's okay if you don't like everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't like everything either, but he got heat. Chess. Have you ever heard any of Chess songs? Chess songs are ridiculous. They sound like they're supposed to be on the radio right now. But anyway, in a Joe and JADA episode where Aries Spears was on there and he brought up the narrative. He brought up the narrative about battle rappers not being able to, oh yeah, check out my shirt. About battle rappers not being able to make songs or hot albums and so on and so forth, and the vice versa. And a lot of things were said by all the individuals involved, and I feel like, three things can be right at the same time. Fat Joe made a good point. He was talking about, don't be in here. This ain't listen. This ain't the space for y'all the space or the time for y'all to express y'all hatred and disdain for Fat Joe and Math Hoffa and whoever else. You understand? I talk about these things in isolated situations. Half of these rappers you may hear me talking about in some of these blogs, I know things that would dispel your whole myth of these dudes. But that ain't what I'll be talking about these incidents as isolated situations. What I think about the rapper or the celebrity personally, or their history, what I might know that may have never made it to the day, the public's eye. I'm compartmentalizing that. I leave that there, and I deal with these subjects on a case-by-case basis. But anyway, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm deleting all that shit. This ain't for that. I'm saying Fat Joe made some good points. The main point he made was, you take a rapper like himself, right? Himself, 50 Cent, people who being or appearing, gangster or tough or never taking no L's means an awful lot to them, right? That's the case with a lot of dudes in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all bravado. It's all on our reputation. We all trying to protect our reputation. If you ain't got no losses on camera, niggas ain't trying to take no L's. And that, I believe, is the truth. I believe that's absolute truth. I also had a conversation with Direct, my homeboy, battle rap, battle rap ambassador. Also, he has the Don't Quote Me podcast with Rain and all of the bros over there. And they was talking about artists that they thought could battle rap. And I went in his, I hit him up in his DM pause, and we had a brief conversation, and he brought up the fact that he thinks Cannabis scared a lot of industry rappers off, because Cannabis' showing didn't go the way the way it wasn't great. right? And I replied to him. I'm like, I'm not sure it was Cannabis. I'm not sure that was it. Like, I think a lot of these dudes is just, a lot of dudes is scared, because I don't think like Cannabis's loss was to Disaster, and Disaster has a style where while it is he's extremely talented, I don't think no rapper on some street, who really street, I don't think they would fear that in a battle situation, because you can counter that by being the opposite of that. You hit them with a couple of them, the U2 lyrical miracle angle, and then you got a fighting chance, right? Here's what I think. I think a lot of our industry rappers, our memory doesn't support the job. The recording process for us is like, you record the song, you can mess up as many times as you want, you punch in, you do this, that, and the third. You memorize it when you memorize it. By the time you shoot the video, if there's a video for it, by the time you perform it, you have to know it. You understand what I'm saying? You might not perform that song. There's no rush to perform it, right? These dudes, sometimes one of their verses be 3 minutes. That's the length of a song, chorus and all. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to remember 3 of them things. And you understand what I'm saying? And the format is, like, when they doing an acapella, the format is different. You understand what I'm saying? They slow it down. All of that. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you under pressure. Like, if you mess up, you can't just punch in. You know what I mean? You got to stop. Crowd going, oh, crowd might boo, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot. Also, a lot of people may reflect on the Joe Budden and Hollow the Dawn battle. I actually think Joe Budden did better than people give him credit for. But let's go back to the other Joe for a second. Fat Joe said, he elaborated on how he's like, even a lot of artists in the game, industry rappers, they can't make a hit record. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, they can't do this, they can't do that. I like to refer back to Joe Budden for a second, and I'll say this. If your label believes in you, they gonna make sure you got a hit record. If they want you to win, you gonna win. Period. You understand what I'm saying? I think that, Joe, what Fat Joe might be neglecting is, on another note, he didn't neglect it. He went down to, he's like, some rappers don't know how to pick good beats. He's like, they be the best. People consider them the best rapper in the world. They don't know how to pick beats. I think he was talking about Nas, but trying to be respectful, right? You understand? Because that's a narrative going on about Nas. I don't believe that's true. I love Nas beats, but that is a narrative that floats around there. We get caught. This whole discussion is about narratives. You understand? People getting caught up in a narrative and not judging the art on an individual basis, the art or the artist. Because I've heard that narrative being spread about Nas, and I just can't agree. Like, I thought I rapped on Ether. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave you power, shootout. Like, I like those beats. You can hate me now. It's not fire. How many niggas rapped on that beat? Nas picked that beat. He could have said no. But anyway, narratives. So but Fat Joe was like, yeah, sometimes a dude, you can't, you got all of these rappers who can't make hit records for whatever reason. And I challenged that statement by just saying, like, labels don't always believe in you. I mean, he said it, he was like, even you, like I said, but he did acknowledge it. He's like, even you, Aries, he's like, you are majorly talented, but you never had the push from somebody who really believed in you, who had the power to push. You understand what I'm saying? Which is what I'm saying right now. If your label believes in you, you got a powerful enough label, you got anybody behind you powerful enough to push a button, it's different. You got the best song in the world. I had this conversation with Drew Howe over 10 years ago, well over 10 years ago. Like, you can have your best song ever, rock. That shit is not going to be a hit without money. Without money and a plan. Basically, he ain't say the plan. I'm just adding that part because my understanding has grown. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say this, but I came close to battling. I came close to doing some work with URL. Yeah. Very close. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Math neglected to mention, I was about to battle Head Ice on Legends Only on his league. It's just our timing was off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at one point it was taking me too long to write, and then before I knew it, I had too much. But my schedule between, you know what I'm saying, New York and Arizona was crazy. So, you know, the idea kind of fell out the window. You understand what I'm saying? To the point when I was getting ready to do the other situation I was about to do, I called Math, like, well, I hit him up, like, yo, I'm about to battle, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So son called me like, hold up, B. Wait a second. You supposed to, and now you, I'm like, bro. Anyway, like, niggas ain't scared. It's just, well, some niggas are scared. Yes, they are. I can't say that. A lot of niggas are scared. Niggas don't want that smoke. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot working against us. In any battle situation, I feel like if you are, you know, if you have a public persona and you going against somebody, you know, they've always known, like if they, let's just say if they know you better than you know them, you're at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? If you was to step into the battle arena with one of they young lions, you don't know the young lions. Your best bet would be to go at one of the goats, because at least as an artist, you know, somebody outside the battle rap arena, you know the goats. You recognize them. You know Goods. You know Head Ice. You know T-Rex. You know Mook. You know Math Hoffa. You know Hitman Holler. All of them. You know all of them. Swave Sever. All of those dudes from that first, you know, the first couple of generations of battle rap in this form, we know them. You understand? Hollow the Dawn and all of them. We know them. So we got something to do, you know, go off of. But I used to have this thing called the Blaze Battle. It was the very first one. Drew Ha convinced me to get in it. Pause. Convinced me to enter the battle. And I lost, right? I tried my hand. You know what I'm saying? I did all right. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It was my very first, my introduction into battle rap in that iteration. I lost, right? I didn't do bad though, but I lost. Rest in peace to the dude who defeated me. IG Off. He was a dope battle rapper and all of that. So, you know, you live and you learn, right? So yeah, that was that. But like I've had it, you know what I'm saying? This is why ever since then, like I've never turned down the idea. You know, I've never shunned away the idea to enter. You understand what I'm saying? Because I owe battle rap some smoke. That's the only battle I ever lost, ever. You understand what I'm saying? But that's all good. You know what I mean? I say all that to say this. A lot of people, most people get caught up in narratives. You say it one or two times, or if you introduce a new thought to them, they could have not even, they really don't care about the thing. But you just introduce the thought to them, matter-of-factly, sounding confident and all of that, and they just take it for truth and they believe it. And then they see and hear things on that topic through that lens. And that ain't always it. Most people do that. Don't be most people. That's all I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. We're trying to be a taxpaying citizen nation. You know what to do. Spell things correctly. It's BCC, not BBC. Pause. Pause, protesters. Get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all.
Welcome to the nation. I am your host, your president, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Marago. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm out to the damn floor. Let's go. I'm one of the realest you ever gon' see. I ain't come here to lie to you. Niggas done with a lie to you. I get Beanie Siegel's first album, but Paul Pierce even, they got the truth. I'm sick and tired of you, you comical when I'm not in the mood for jokes. You are not a goon, not a shooter or a rider. You shoot off your mouth and you be riding dudes, cock for loot. You that's a prostitute.